everybody, Ashton here again with Gents with another fragrance review. Today we're taking a look at a release from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. It is L'Homme Ultime, released last year, 2016. I've heard from some of you guys online on Facebook that you don't enjoy the presentation part of videos.
But we're going to do it anyway.
So we'll go ahead and check that out, and then we'll jump into the fragrance itself. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to say that again at the end of the video. It's a call to action. Alright guys, since we're doing a re-upload to fix the audio, I figured let's go ahead and take a look at that presentation in full since some of you asked for it. So here's the box and bottle for L'Homme Ultime by Yves Saint Laurent. You can see that the box and the bottle are pretty much the same as any of the L'Homme flankers or the original release, as this kind of swirl pattern all throughout the box, but it's not actually textured. The only thing that's textured is this, which has a slight raise. So you can see on the box it says YSL L'Homme Yves Saint Laurent Ultime, size and concentration here at the bottom, nothing doing on the sides. On the back you have the ingredients, typical information, and then on the bottom you have the batch code punched into the box right there. Yeah, you can see it. And at the top just YSL. So the bottle again looks like any of the L'Homme flankers or the original release. It has a black stem, and then the juice is kind of a blue color that you can pick up right there. You have the typical YSL cap. It snaps into place so you can pick it up from the cap really easily if you want to. Atomizer's good. And then on the bottom you have the sticker with your batch code, so you can match up that batch code with the one on your box. Make sure everything is gravy. I don't think I've seen any fakes of this yet, but who knows, just to be safe. Alright everybody, let's not bullshit. This is a people pleaser fragrance. It's made for the masses. It's made to be pleasant. It's made to smell nice. It's made to get compliments. That automatically means that a certain group, a certain faction of the fragrance community is going to hate this and call it generic. That's just the way it is. That's the
fragrance game,
as they call it. Somebody calls it that. I don't know. Personally, I don't get wrapped up in that. I enjoy a generic, people-pleasing scent just as much as the next guy. And in my opinion, this isn't really generic anyway. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. This opens up with ginger and grapefruit, which should be really familiar to you because ginger and grapefruit are two of the most common notes in versatile, popular, compliment-getting men's fragrances. And this has that right off the top. There's also cardamom in there, which gives it a nice little bit of spice to kind of set it apart from some of the other fragrances that use those two notes. Obviously, La Nuit de l'Homme uses cardamom. Does this maybe smell a little bit like La Nuit de l'Homme? No, of course not. Don't be daft. They're completely different. This also has a nice warm rose note that comes in as this dries down. And there's a rounded cedar note in the base, which blends really nicely with the fragrance. The cedar doesn't have that bite that cedar has sometimes, but it works with the rose really well. And the rose is not feminine, so don't get freaked out by that. Ultime is more aromatic and fresh than anything. And for me, it's a very versatile fragrance. You can wear this casually, you could wear it on a date, you could wear it to the office, you could even dress this up if you wanted to. I don't think you can dress it up as much as a lot of other fragrances like Dior Homme Intense or even La Nuit de l'Homme, so you can't go black tie with this, but you can rock a casual suit and make it look good and smell good too. Does that make sense? For those that care, and who doesn't, this gets pretty good longevity on my skin. I got 7+ hours every time that I wore it, and I got a couple hours of decent projection before it starts to settle in closer to the skin. Projection is more on the average side. It's not something that's going to fill up a room, but it's not something that you spray on and then it's gone within 30 minutes like shitty Jimmy Choo Man. So that's a positive. And honestly, with designer scents, they usually don't have great projection or performance when it comes to the fresher side of things. Of course, there are a ton of heavier designers that last a long time, but if we're talking things that are on that versatile, compliment-getting, fresh side, usually they don't get great performance. So at worst, this is in the middle of that kind of range. But for me, it actually performs pretty well. The first few times that I wore this, I would just spray it on and just smell myself throughout the day. Not in a weird way, just in a checking out my fragrance kind of way. And I really really loved it. It was like a head over heels in love with this fragrance. I thought it was great. And after wearing it, 4 or 5 times, that kind of died down a little bit. I still really like it. I really enjoy it. I just don't love it as much as I did the first few times. It's like having a relationship where at first you're head over heels in love, everything's crazy, passionate, and then after a little bit it starts to die down, and it's still nice, but it's not like it used to be. And that's how this is, and it happened fairly quickly with me. Now, all that being said, this is still my favorite flanker of L'Homme since La Nuit de L'Homme, and it's really not close. So this is a successful release in my opinion, because I really like it. I've had my wife smell this multiple times. She gives it a big thumbs up, says that it smells great, so she loves it. Thumbs up from both of us. This though is not really made for people that are way into niche fragrances, or even people that probably have a large collection, because they'll already have things that accomplish what this does. This is more for people that want something in that vein of Bleu de Chanel, L'Homme, Sauvage, things along those lines. Something that's versatile, something that's a compliment getter, something that you can grab, spray, and go, and not have to worry about anything, because everyone around you will like the way you smell, and it will work in almost any situation. You can find this at pretty much any Sephora across America and get a free sample vial. So I would suggest, if you're interested in this, just go to Sephora, get a sample vial, and wear it a few times and see how it works on you. If you really like it, then you can go ahead and pick up a bottle. Alright everybody, that's what I've got for you for L'Homme Ultime. Let me know what you think about it. I'm sure most of you have smelled this either from a tester or a sample, or a lot of you probably own it as well. This one is still fairly expensive online, so it will probably be a little while before it becomes truly discounted. I think 100 mils online is still around $80, so that's a little less than you would have to pay in store, but it's not a huge discount. So do sample this one first. Do make sure that you really want it before you pull the trigger. Let me know what you guys think. As always, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.